Welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast. How's it?
Hello. That's fantastic.
It is Thursday, January 7th, and
2020.
one.
2021. I don't even know what year it is. Okay, that was awesome.
We're done with 2020.
Oh, all right. Yep, 2021.
Yeah, so it's already been an interesting start to the year. Anyway,
Yes.
uh, we are a yarn store, and we're a bricks and mortar store. We're an online store, and we neither one of us are at the store right now. We're
Nope.
coming to you from various locations because of COVID. We usually have in the past been able to podcast from the store. We have the infamous couch that we sit on that everybody, when they come to the store, they're like, that's the
That's the
couch.
couch.
So we're kind of, doing the best we can like everybody else is. And, but you can find the store out on all kinds of social media. You can find it at mustloveyarn.com, and then everywhere else is Must Love Yarn. Instagram and Facebook are where we're the most active, and then we've got a Ravelry group too. And what else am I forgetting?
I don't know. That's it. Other than, the Ravelry group we go through fits and starts. Depends on
We do.
how much I'm on Ravelry, which lately has not been a huge amount. So I was out there to lock all of our prize threads, all of our along threads.
Along.
So, and I saw that Jen started another along that I totally missed, which would have been super fun, but that's okay.
So yeah, so that came about from Knit Group. So Knit Group is doing the bingo board challenge where everybody creates their own bingo board, and then they call out the numbers, and then whatever is on your board is what you do and you do 2 a month.
Yep. Yep. I suppose I could
Um,
start late.
yeah, you can, because we actually had some people in Knit Group that were like, oh, I didn't hear about that, because they
Yep.
had missed a Knit Group, and so yeah, I didn't, because I didn't get a chance to do my board, because the boards had to be done, like, I think it was like the 3rd on that Sunday after
Yeah.
we did inventory and everything. I was like, there's no way I have time to get mine done. So I didn't do it, but it's fun to hear everybody else talk about their challenges that
I
they're
mean,
doing.
I suppose you could start late,
Mhm.
um, and just hurry to catch up for this month's. And I
Yeah,
would I would guess there's some way to join like in February if you wanted and just not be able to count the 2 squares that were from before.
right.
Or it's a bingo would probably be what the rules would have to be. But anyway,
Yeah. It's
um
pretty loosey-goosey. I think everybody's just kind of having fun because it
what?
I
A
know, right?
loosey-goosey cow?
I know. But it's fun because then everybody's like working on their own goals and
Yeah,
challenges, but having a little bit of accountability because everybody's doing it
right.
together kind of. So,
Right.
anyway, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Angela.
And you can find me on Instagram as Kelly O Spins, and you can find me on Ravelry as Kelly Spins.
And you can find me out on Instagram and Ravelry as Junior Bird Kid. And we do have podcast mascots. They're still hibernating. Yes, Bob, they hibernate. Also known as they're, I believe, at my house somewhere. Because
Recovering from the
recovering,
holidays.
one of my children was playing with them. Yes. I'm pretty sure I know where they are. But they have their own Instagram page, which has also been super quiet. Because I run the page and I've been pretty quiet on social media lately for just lots of different reasons. But I'm gonna try to be a little better. Maybe that's a good goal for 2021 for me, is to try to be a little more active on social media.
Mm.
I'll probably start by finding the Meerkats, so therefore I can make posts for the Meerkats on their Instagram page. Might be a good start.
Well, you know.
Just saying. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, so You're wearing a hand knit today.
I'm wearing my Ingrid sweater. This is,
Nice.
yep, I can totally picture her. A lovely designer.
Is that
Isabel
I
Kramer.
was gonna
Isabel
say, is that
Kramer.
Isabella Kramer?
That's her name. I was like, I have her face, I can picture it in my head, and I just can't say her name. Isabel Kramer pattern. And I used the dyed gilpin yarn, the Lolland lamb's
Nice.
wool yarn,
Nice.
which we have quite a
So
bit of stock
nice.
of right now, and it's super
We
soft.
do. When we were doing inventory, I was like, "Ooh, we've got a lot of
We
that."
do, and we have a couple of new colors that we brought in, and it's great for color work. I really liked it for color work because it gets a little fuzzy. Um, and I mean, you can see it's a little bit pilly, but it's really, really soft, and the color work comes out beautifully with it too.
Nice.
Because it is 100% wool, non-superwash wool. So
Nice.
yeah, the colors blend really well.
Nice. So I'm wearing my Changes shawl,
Sweet.
which is a pattern by Mina Phillips, the knitting expat. It is a giant, giant shawl. It took one whole sock yarn skein plus a little bit more and like 10 mini skeins or something, but it's massive.
Mhm.
That's it folded in half. But it's really nice for this time of year when it's a little cold. It have a couple ends there that clearly need to get clipped that didn't get clipped all the way. But anyway, um, and I think I'm also wearing hand knit socks, but I have boots on, so you're not going to get to see them. They were actual hand knit socks, not cranked tubes that I added heels, toes, and cuffs to,
Okay. Cool.
but both count.
Both are cozy and warm,
Both
so
are cozy and warm. I have a whole roll of sock tubes that Kelly made for me, with 2 skeins in there that were Christmas yarn. So clearly I'm on top of things. They're for next Christmas.
uh-huh. They'll go great with your nail wraps.
I know, right? I'm gonna bust them out in like March just for funsies. Or
Do a
July.
Christmas in July. Yeah.
Christmas in July. Yep, pretty much. That's what's going on. So I have a finished object.
Excellent. I do not.
Yes. I finished it last night. Um, it's a hat.
Sweet.
It's a stocking cap that I made for my husband for his birthday, which is like next week. So this is Fiber Stash. It's her worsted weight yarn in the Picky Husband.
Nice. Is that
Um,
leftover from your sweater that you did?
it's not. I bought a new skein
Did
because I
you?
wasn't sure that I knew where the leftover yarn was. I've been kind of tossing and reorganizing my stash, and I'm not always entirely sure where things have ended up. And I had to go to the store to buy something else, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna get this too while I'm here, and then I know I have enough. Because there's not a whole lot of the skein
Yeah.
left. So
Doing one that has like a folded brim like that, you use a lot of yarn.
yes, so this pattern, hang on, let me go pull it up so I can tell people what it is. It's one that I've used before. I haven't knit it in a while, but it is just a simple sort of watchman's cap
Mhm.
style. It's a free pattern. And it was designed, I think, for like military stuff.
Mm.
But it's a great, just sort of basic ribbed hat. So it's called the ribbed watchman's hat.
Yeah.
And it's, I started it on like maybe Monday-ish, Sunday or Monday. So just, a couple of days
Cool.
working on it. Finished it last night. So that's all taken care of.
Nice.
And a finished object.
Woo.
Yay! Yay. Um, Otherwise, I've only really been working on one other thing. Well, except for the stuff I talked about in Outtakes, which I can't show, but that's a whole other story. So some crocheting, inappropriate crocheting.
Inappropriate crochet.
Yes. I mean, if you're going to crochet, you might as well make it inappropriate. So I've been working on stripes. So that's the Andrea Mowry sweater pattern. So this is,
Oh, that's cute.
thank you. So I've managed to I've divided for the sleeves, and it's kind of all scrunched because there's a ton of stitches, about 4 inches or so into the body.
Wow, you're cruising.
I'm trying. I got distracted with some other things, but
What yarn are you using for that?
so this is the green is digilpin,
Okay.
and the variegated is Ella Ray
Oh, the unique.
Unique Sport.
Yep.
Um,
Okay. Yep, I remember that.
yeah, so I thought it would make an interesting contrast for a sweater, and
That's fun.
I think I'm right. I think it is
Yeah.
gonna be pretty fun. Oh, that's the back of the sweater. Yep.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah. Something a little different.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. I was hoping, I was like, oh, well, when we podcast next, I'm gonna be done with this sweater. Clearly, I overestimate the amount of time that it takes to knit things. Of
Yeah.
course, I can knit a sweater in 2 weeks.
Well, it's possible, but
Maybe if
I've
it was Erin or worsted weight.
yeah, I've done it before. I did my that really fuzzy one that's at the store. That one was on like
Say,
15s or something. And then I did my Sigla sweater. That one
yeah,
was like a 2-week project too.
but
And that
also
was on like 11, 10 and a half or
big
11.
nails. This one's on 5s,
Yeah.
so a little bit longer,
Yeah.
a little more knitting, but it's all
A
right.
little work
It's
in the way too.
yeah, kind of work and other stuff. Still doing sewing, so that takes some time. And yeah, yep. But anyway, so that's really all I've been working on. That's it.
That's it.
That's all.
Well,
Oh, I've been making jerky. That's also been like sucking up a
oh,
huge amount of time.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. That's good for snacks. Protein
Jerky's
packed snack.
delicious.
I have been working on,
Except when you let your 4-year-old help you
oh
and
dear.
they're in charge of the salt
Oh dear.
and they don't actually put salt in the marinade.
Oops.
Oops.
Well.
Oh well.
So
So what have
I
you been working on? You want some saltless jerky?
Yum. I have been working on, so this is Spencer, which the body of Spencer is basically done. This is that
Nice.
Barocco sweater, and it's Sesame and Ariel, and it has the really deep armholes,
Nice.
raglan, so everything is seamed on it. And then so it needs sleeves and then it needs a big front band. I started a sleeve. It's not very far along, but I started it. So
Nice.
the nice thing is the sleeves, you have like 5 inches of garter and then it's the rest is stockinette and there is some shaping that goes with it, but it should be a pretty easy go. So
So they're knit flat and then you attach them and then seam
yeah,
through here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So I've been working on that and I actually started that in knit group last night. And then the only other thing, and I mentioned this in Outtakes, that I have been doing is I have picked up my stowaway sweater.
Nice.
This was for a knit along that I helped Tammy at Wing and Prayer Farm with last year. It was like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And the knit along finished and other stuff came up and I hadn't finished it. So it got set aside as things do.
Yep.
But I love my little twig sweater a lot and I wear them all the time. And I was like, I wonder if this one is going to fit like that. And I think it will. I think the sizing is similar. So I'm like, well, then I'd have two and it wouldn't be like I was wearing identical ones. That one's a little darker because it was from like yarn from I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago instead of the one from last year. So, the grays
That's
are just a
awesome.
little different.
That's awesome.
The pattern's a little different, know. So, I've ended up finishing, the body.
Oh, nice.
Yep, oops, my string. That is not a string in the middle. That's just a string stuck. Yeah, so there was a little twisted rib on the bottom, and then so the hard part of the knitting is done. I just have the sleeves left, which I'm gonna do the sleeves on 12-inch circulars, which is how I've been doing my sleeves, and they fly that way for me.
Yeah.
So um I wanna get those started, and
Nice.
then maybe I'll have another finished object, one that I can wear the heck out of
Cool.
before too long. So that was in the Nomadic Knits, the Vermont issue.
Mhm.
Um, so it was knit in Green Mountain Spinnery yarn. Let's see, where is the picture? Doo-doo-doo. Well, that's a picture, but that's not the picture that I want to show. Where are you? There it is. And Kate's wearing it in this picture.
Oh, nice.
So anyway, I think that all of their patterns are now online, so you don't have to try to seek out a copy of this issue. Because I think they're on issue 8 now. We just got them in. They're Washington State, and there's some cute
Cool.
stuff in there too. So
I have to check that out.
yeah, I know I haven't gotten my copy of it yet, but we do have them at the store. So
I'm pretty sure I counted those for inventory.
yeah, I'm sure you did. So that's all I've been working on. Well, I did I picked up, I think I may have told you, Ange, but I don't know if I remember if I talked about it on the podcast or not, but maybe I did. I picked up a 4 harness table loom.
Oh,
A
I don't
sec-
think I knew that.
yeah, I
Awesome.
picked up a table loom secondhand. Somebody had posted it in a marketplace listing, and I called her, and she still had it available, and it's in really good condition. I mean, it's an older model, but it's in really good condition. She just didn't have time to use it, and like I got all of these accessories included with it.
Wow.
So yeah, so I actually just got that warped, and I couldn't pick like a really easy plain weave fabric or
No. No.
something kind of easy to get me started. No, no, I had to I had to pick a pattern for it's kind of hard to see on there. It's a webs pattern. It's olive oval scarf. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like a little checkered pattern, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look like little bubbles on it, but
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, so,
Yeah. All right.
but
Good job, Kyle.
I know, right? So I was like, wait, what does this mean? So I was like looking up stuff as I went, and I was like, oh my God. And so yeah, I mean, keep fingers crossed that it turns out okay. But
Nice.
yeah, so it's all warped and ready to go. I haven't started doing any weaving with it yet. And and that's even gonna be because um the one that I have, so they talk about tie-ups and what
Mhm.
that means, and it's the order that the heddles are going up and down in, so that when you're um, putting your shuttle through the shed, it creates the pattern in the fabric. And so I was like, oh boy. So I'm gonna have to like have a little cheat sheet going at the same time, because with this one you can't do tie-ups like you can with the bigger looms. So I have to know which of the heddles have to be
Which one has to
engaged.
be where and
Yep.
doing what?
Yeah. So, but it'll be fun.
Something different.
Yeah,
Nice.
I know. Who knows if
Nice.
I'm gonna have time to work on it,
I
but it's ready
just
and waiting for me.
you just fit that in with everything else.
Yeah, it's ready and waiting for me when I'm ready.
There you go. There you go.
I'm using Juniper Moon Farm Finley. Remember that do I have it here?
Mhm.
That one that I dyed with avocado,
Yeah.
this one. So
Mhm.
I'm using that as my main color, and then I picked up a dark purple,
Ooh.
and a white.
Oh, that'll be
So
pretty.
those are my colors, and they're kind of getting blown out, and the color's not great. But anyway, those are my colors.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so I think it'll be fun.
Nice. Well, we can't wait to see. No pressure. We can't wait to see. Hmm,
Yeah, so
nice. Nice.
that's all. Now that's really all I got.
Okay. Well, should we give away some prizes?
Sure.
We should probably. So I locked all of the Cal threads that were open that were supposed to be locked at the end of December, which didn't happen.
Nope.
Nope. But they're
Only
locked
like
now.
a week off.
Only a week. It's all right. So I have like 5 different prizes to give away because I even took care of the retro along. You guys remember the retro along? Like that thing's been closed forever, and I've been like,
Uh-huh.
no, we'll do prizes, and I did it.
Sweet.
Clean slate, everything's cleared out. Prizes for all of the cows. They've all been locked and closed.
Nice.
And I guess Jen's in charge of the bingo one. I'll have to come up with some other one. I'm working on it. Just I wanted to get these taken care of before we started some new ones. So
Okay.
I think
Clean slate.
clean slate, and then I'll make some announcements and we'll look to maybe start something like February.
Okay.
Okay. Give everybody a little bit of time. Everybody take some breathers, get, squared their stuff squared away. I can figure
Nice.
out what's happening with my stash because it's a disaster. Anyway. All right. So the scrap along. That was actually a very popular one. We had like 90 entries for the scrap along.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So you
cool.
guys were killing it. Totally killing it. So I random number generated for the scrap. Oh, we should probably show what the prize is. Let's see. I'm going to put my hand into the bag of goodies over here, and I'm going to pull one out. So what do we have? For the winner of the scrap along, it's going to be one of these awesome peekaboo bags from our good friend at Darn Yarn MN, who makes a lot of bags for us for different things. And what is going on with my camera? I'm like blocking it and it's like blacking us out. Anyway, whatever. Technology. So she did this for the Seasons of Vermont a couple years ago, like 2018. So the first round of them, you're going to see a lot of some of that stuff in here because I was cleaning out our old Seasons of Vermont stuff. Like, let's just give it in prizes. So we got a peekaboo bag. We got a 2-inch muscle of yarn little ruler thing from Katrinkles. These are super handy. So like if you're doing puffs or stuff or checking gauge, I guess you could use that for this. Use this for that. For those of you that do that. Whatever. I use it for measuring like cuffs and things because 2 inches. Anyway, so you get one of those. And then we also have a sock blank that's been ombre dyed by 3 Fates yarns. And it's a superwash merino 3-ply 250 yards. So I would say it's roughly a worsted-ish weight type yarn at 250 yards for 115 grams. So roughly worsted weight. It's kind of showing bluish. It's very purple. So that is for our winner of the scrap along. And without further ado, our winner is post number 19, Big D, who is Denise from Missouri.
Sweet.
And I will have put Denise's project picture. I don't know which way I'm pointing. In the middle here, over here. I'm backwards. I don't know what's going on. She knit some scrappy socks. Way long ago, I was talking about knitting just like the sock tubes for kids with no heels in them. Because then when they grow, they just they can wear those socks for longer. There's no heels. So she knit a pair of toddler socks. out of
Mm.
some scraps, and that was her post, and they were super cool looking. It was just coincidence that she won, not because she tagged me in her post. So, so congratulations, Denise. If you can message, I would say myself or Kelly, but probably Kelly, but I got to get the stuff back to Kelly at the
Right,
store, so
so
she
that I
has
can
them.
mail it. Uh-huh.
Send us your message, send us your mailing address, and we will get this prize out in the mail to you. So congratulations. Thank you for scrapping along with us. I'm gonna put the Post-it notes. See, look, I was thinking ahead. I got Post-it notes here. Can go in the bag.
Excellent, so then I know who gets what, so I won't have to go back and rewatch it.
Thinking of you, Cal.
Thank you.
Thinking of you. All right, so the second Cal that we're closing today, or closed, is our Descent Along. And we had like 6 or 7 entries. So this was, people got really excited about the ornaments. We had a bunch of ornament
Yeah,
entries, which was sweet.
nice.
Totally loved it. And so let's see, what is the Descent Alonger win? Let's see, I'm into my bag of goodies here. All right. And we have, also you might recognize from Seasons of Vermont. This is actually a kind of apropos. It's a bag that says, "Not all wander,
Not all who wander are
are
lost.
lost." Can't even read. Can't. Thank you, Kelly.
Uh-huh. Hobbit quote. Hobbit? I
Yes,
think's
I think
Hobbit
think so.
or Lord of the Rings, one or the other. It's a Tolkien.
It is. And so this bag is made by our good friend Kat at Cat's Paws,
Mhm.
and she's done lots of different stuff for us. And let's see, what else do we have in this bag of goodies? Oh, we have some snowflake stitch markers from Katrinkles. And we also have another little whatever gauge marker thing, also from Katrinkles. And for yarn, we've got, I found a skein of this. This is Green Mountain Spinnery Nor'easter Must Love Yarn colorway. This was
Yeah.
in the 2018 box. It was our final box of the year, and it is a worsted weight. It's a little on the heavier side.
Yeah, it's a nice yarn.
Yeah, 140 yards of a nice heavy worsted hand-dyed in the Must Love yarn colorway. So this package, this fun package of goodies, is for the winner of the Descent Along, which is post number 3, Cassie
Oh,
dash
Cassie.
17.
She's
Cassie from PA.
Cassie's in our knit group.
Cassie, you won. That's awesome. I'll put her picture. She made ornaments. They were very cute.
She did. She was talking about this. So in knit group last night, she was actually knitting another ornament in different colors, but
Nice.
using that pattern because she had
Yeah.
done the descent ornament.
It's a really well written pattern. I think I talked about it when we podcast last. I made a purple one. Like
Yeah.
it's very versatile. I'm super impressed because I believe Cassie crocheted her own lace collars. So thumbs up. Good job. So Cassie, just let us know your address and we'll get this out in the mail to you. So
I think I have her
congratulations.
address.
Okay, so maybe you don't, just a random package will show up from us.
Right. I'm pretty sure because she did the Nubelkin along the
Nice.
swap that we did.
Awesome.
So I've got her address.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like Prize Central. All right. So we had the Green Mountain Spinnery plus the GMS plus MLY equals CAL Cal,
We did.
which was very sad. We were all very excited about it when it
I
started.
know.
So we had 2 entries for that. So I gave both people prizes
Nice.
because that's the way I roll. Like, you hung in there, you posted in the finished object thread on our page. I'm giving you a prize. So our 2 winners were, Kirsten from Tennessee,
Knit group 2.
Knit Group 2, O2 Knit More is her Ravelry ID, and winner number 2 was Donna from Vermont, who's Lyrical Soul,
Nice.
so also local to us.
Uh-huh.
Um, so let's see, let me reach into our bag of goodies here. Probably should pre-designate who's getting one, but maybe they don't have strong preferences one way or the other. Do one of them do lace knitting? Do you like how we do prizes on the show?
I
Can-
I think well, I know Kirsten does and Donna probably does too.
Do they both do lace knitting? All right. Well,
Probably.
okay. Now, all right. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Because there's one of these is the Seasons of Vermont thing and one is not. So, and I can't
Kirsten's
remember who's
done and
gotten.
oh, they both have done some of the seasons of Vermont though. Because Donna has too. Hmm.
Hmm.
That's a good question.
Well, I'm going to show the 2 prizes. I'm going to let them email us
With their preference.
with their preference and then we'll sort it out.
Okay.
Why don't we do that?
Sounds good.
So we've got prize number 1, which is this cool little 31 bag, which I think is probably not for knitting. It's reflective stuff on the inside. I don't know. It works. It's waterproof. I don't know. I've got a skein of Juniper Moon Finley in this very lovely
Mm.
rust color,
Mm-hmm.
which I think is gorgeous. So this is 798 yards of very lovely lace weight yarn,
Yep.
the gauge thingy, because everybody's getting one of them. We had so many of these. I was like, everybody's getting one.
That's funny. From the person who doesn't do gauge.
I know, right? I'm just sharing love. And a couple of packages of some coordinating beads. So if you wanted to do like a lace shawl with some beadwork on it, or not, you don't have to. But these were purchased to go with this skein of yarn. This is some stuff that came out of my stash. So this is prize number 1. And then prize number 2, we've got a Seasons of Vermont bag that we did. So this is where I'm like, I don't know, did both of them get this? And then I can come up with a third prize. Like if you guys, Kirsten and Donna, if you both have already gotten this stuff here, like just let us know and I'll find another prize. That was the part where I was like, I don't know.
I can go
Um,
back and see who.
You'll probably see who bought them. So I put in here this great skein from Fiber Stash. So again, this was from the 2018 season of Vermont. This is a merino silk blend. This is a larger skein at 600 yards.
Yeah.
So a good yardage on it. And everybody's favorite. Everybody's getting one. So this is the GMS MLY Cal Prize 2. So Kirsten and Donna, if you would email us with your preference, would you prefer 1 or 2? And then, or if both of you had gotten 2 from previous boxes, I'll make up another prize. Just let us know. We know both of you guys, so we figured we could sort it out. That'll
Yep.
be fine. Okay. Final, I don't even know where to put this Post-it because I put them both on.
I'll sort of remember that one.
That
I
one you
think.
can maybe remember because it's a little weirder.
Yeah. At least
Kelly,
we know both the people too. So.
Kelly, you're welcome. Kelly's just like, oh God, why do I even let her do prizes? Here we are, chaos. All right, so the prize that everybody's been waiting for, it's the retro along.
Woohoo!
Oh my God, I finally drew prizes. All right, so let's see. What is the retro along winner win? These are some kind of retro-y looking stuff. So we've got this awesome bag.
That great boutique bag that Joan did.
Joan did. So it fits you perfectly. Made these bags. This again for one of our Seasons of Vermont boxes in 2018.
Looks like it needs a good ironing. It's been in our prize bin for a little while.
Yeah, it's a little wrinkly. So it's got this lovely like kind of orangey
Mhm.
yellowish fabric on the inside. There's also there's still a couple left. Just
Oh my
and then
god.
I added this skein of yarn. So this is Knitting Bros yarn. It's from Pennsylvania. This is Rhinebeck in autumn, and it really is sort of, they're fall colors, but it looks very sort of retro-y. And so I was like, well, this is a perfect prize for the retro along, um, which is so old, and people probably just have given up hope that we were going to draw prizes for that. But no, alas, I have done it. So the winner of this prize and had 7 things that were completed and
Wow.
submitted for a total of 36 different entries. So actually when I was tallying up, I was like, oh, if this person doesn't win, like that's
Bad
wild.
luck.
That's bad luck because that's a lot of entries. Um, I didn't do the total of like how many total. There was a lot from with all because we did it based on decade and you got extra entries depending on
Yep.
how old it was. So anyway, so 7 projects for 36 entries. Our winner is DJID, DJID, is the username on Ravelry. It's Deborah she didn't put her state, so it's Deborah from the US.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Good job, Deborah. 7 projects. One of them was a sweater too. Like it wasn't just,
That's awesome.
little tiny stuff. Like one of them was a legit sweater. So
Nice.
yeah. So Deborah, if you can just private message or email Kelly or myself and with your address, we will get your prize out to you. And thank you for participating in our
Mhm.
along. So yay!
Awesome.
And that clears up all of our outstanding prizes.
Do we just have did you do the warmth with yarn? Was that one that or are we gonna
We did not do that one. That was the
okay.
one I forgot.
Well, at
Because
least that one's not so old because that one just
that one
closed.
just closed. And that one's a little more complicated because we have a local one and the online one. I
Yeah,
did lock the thread, but you're right, I did not pull prizes for that one.
that's fine.
One left. We'll get these old ones out the door,
Yeah.
and then we'll focus on that one. So congratulations to all of our winners.
Yay.
Thank you for participating.
Mhm.
And
Awesome.
the recalcitrant drawing of prizes by me. Sorry, but I did get them,
Mhm.
except for the one with the yarn. We'll do that one. We usually do that one a little different. We do like patterns and stuff, and
Yeah,
because we draw more, we tend to draw
we
more
do
prizes from that one.
because we
So
wanna thank more people as many people as we can.
I got
That's all
2 more
about
of those little gauge rulers. We could, toss that in for some prizes.
nice.
I have some of the ones too that have the squares cut out of the
Oh,
center.
yeah.
So
Yep.
maybe we'll do a mixed bag of those and patterns and give out a bunch of prizes.
Fun.
Yeah. I'll be ready
Cool.
for that next time.
'Kay. No worries.
I know. So prizes, prizes, prizes. That's all I got.
Yeah.
So, do we have any like classes or anything coming up? Do we have any, it's so hard to plan anything right now.
Yeah, I was gonna get some classes on the schedule, but December was insane,
Mm.
and,
Yeah, it
um,
was.
just I haven't had a chance to, and I'm working on year-end stuff now and getting inventory restocked because the store was just we were so busy in December.
Yeah, it was wild. I don't think
So,
I've seen anything like it.
yeah. Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to do that, and I feel bad because I had people who are like, "Well, I'd like to give a class for Christmas," and I'm like,
A gift card, and I can sign up.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's really, really hard, especially doing intro classes because so often people that are just starting out need more hands-on
Yeah.
attention. You know, I can't go over and just pick up a drop stitch for them, and it's a lot more frustrating if people have not had any knitting experience, doing some of the virtual stuff, um, and I can see the frustration more, whereas, you
Mhm.
know, when we have them in person, I can really, you know, I can show them, I can do it for them, and then I can, you know, make it wrong again and then have them do it. And you kind of lose that. I can talk people through some of that. But if they're already flustered,
Mhm.
then it gets to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
So I can definitely do some more kind of intermediate classes where people have been, you know, technique classes. I still do want to get a brioche class in because I've had a lot of people ask about that one.
Nice.
And I've got a couple others that I've wanted to do, um, but they aren't going to be beginner knitting ones because they're it just unless somebody's had a little bit or learned years ago and then just want to pick it back up, it's really challenging, and I'd have to limit the number of people to a really low number just to be able to. So
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough, and so
But you're still doing in-person private lesson? No, none.
not right
Okay.
now. Not right
Okay.
now. Since the numbers started spiking after Thanksgiving up a little bit, we decided to wait on that, get through the holidays, and then I'm hoping, you know, maybe next month in February we can start going back to that because we were doing that up until Thanksgiving, and then
Okay.
so although yesterday's numbers were not good,
Today's
um,
aren't good either.
really,
Yeah.
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 So it may be, you know, but I'm hopeful that, you know, after things settle down after the Christmas, you know, everybody doing whatever they did for Christmas,
Yeah.
that maybe our numbers will get back to fairly low again like they had been before Thanksgiving, and then go from there.
Okay.
So
All right. So, yeah. But um so I think, otherwise just I'm working on a, knit along idea or two here
cool.
to launch out for February. And I think, most of our sort of normal in-person stuff is still sort of on hold. We're
Yeah.
just like everybody else, just kind of waiting to see what's going on. So I know we still have people connecting and joining. We've got the two virtual knit groups that we're doing, one on Wednesday nights and one on
Hmm.
Sunday afternoons. So feel free to join those as well. It's not limited to our folks who, we're doing them in person. Um,
Yeah. Oh, we've got people
so
from all over. We've got
yeah,
people
it's
from
really cool.
Tennessee, Pennsylvania, Colorado,
It's amazing.
some locals, you know, they're from a lot of different places, and it's really fun because
Awesome.
yeah, yeah. So
Super cool.
yeah, it's really fun.
Awesome. So that's what we've got going on right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
Hopefully everybody,
have heard a rumor that Jen's working on more seasons of Vermont.
that's what she says, maybe.
So we'll let you know as we know more.
Yep.
There are a few. The last time I looked, I think there was a handful of the December boxes still available.
Yeah, there's not many.
So if you had your eye on one and were thinking about it, I would say now is the time to snatch one up. Those are the really cool plaid bags with the
Yeah.
rainbow mini set, and a beautiful necklace and
Hmm.
fun little tags. So
Yeah,
still some of those.
those are really fun. Yeah.
And I think there's still like one maybe of with Tammy's yarn.
Hmm.
And I think one or two with the fiber stash yarn, which was
Hmm.
also amazing. And then a handful of the mitten one with Michael Hampton's yarn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. A lot. We sold a lot of them as because they're, kind of like this great
Yes.
little prepackaged gift
Yeah.
box of things. So
Yeah.
we sold quite a few around Christmas, and actually people coming in using their gift
Gift
cards.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So if you, if you've been watching some of those and somebody gave you a gift card or, now's the time.
mm-hmm.
Now's the time. But yeah, check those out. You can find those. I think they have their own tab on the website for
They
Seasons of
do.
Vermont on the
Yep.
pull down menu. So
Yeah, you can see all the ones we've done this year. Some of them obviously will say sold out, but I wanted to leave them there because it gives people a good idea of the things we like to include in the boxes.
yeah.
So,
Yes, and I've some fun new. We're bringing some new yarn dyers on board for this year, so it'll be a new
mhm.
sort of new slate of folks. Mixing it up a little bit. So keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Um, so I don't think I've got too much else. Anything
Mm,
else? I could always talk about other stuff, but
well,
you know.
yeah. Nope, I don't either. Gotta
Nobody
take
no nobody wants to hear me go on and on about how I got sucked into Bridgerton like everybody else. And
I have not. I have not. I haven't been watching a whole lot of TV though. I've been listening to audiobooks and reading
mm,
books, but I haven't I haven't been doing a lot of screen time. So,
I do it in the evenings when I'm like my little quiet knitting time for
mm.
a little bit after everybody else goes to bed. So
Nice.
yeah. Yep. So all right. Well,
Cool.
thanks for hanging out with us for a little
Mhm.
bit. And spending some time with us. And I loved everybody's comments from the last one that we put up like right before Christmas.
Oh, I haven't gone out and read them.
No, thank you everybody. We appreciate everybody's patience with us while we're sort of sorting through these new schedules and new things that are taking my time kind of away from our normally scheduled weekly podcasts. So,
Yep.
so every time I think like, okay, we're gonna be able to get back to like our weekly schedule, like goes my schedule. So I feel like I can't make people any promises about how regularly we're going to be podcasting. We're trying our best to do this and get them as frequently as we can. So
Yeah. Yep.
yep. So I think until next time, because I can't even say until next week, because who knows? right
Maybe
now,
next week, may not be, we
right now
know.
it's all clear, but I literally like, we could stop recording, and I check my email, and that's totally changed. So it's fun times, but.
Yep.
Till next time, hopefully next week, but we don't know. We'll see.
Right.
Um, but thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit.
Mhm.
We hope everybody is well
Mhm.
and happy crafting.
Mhm.
So, all right. Bye. Gotta clean my mouth because we're recording in the outtakes. So,
Mhm.
Happy New Year! We clearly
Yeah.
didn't get anything pulled together for New Year's Eve.
Nope.
Didn't happen.
I was working on inventory stuff until 8:30 on New Year's Eve, so
I was, I worked most of the day because it was not technically a holiday.
right.
Um, and then I went home and it was kind of just a normal day at my house. People making dinner, watching a little TV, kids going to bed. I managed to stay up till about 11:30 and then I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. I have to get up and do inventory at the store tomorrow. Like that's not gonna go well if I don't go to bed soon. And even then I was like late, but I'm gonna blame pancakes. So my family made pancakes on New Year's Day, which is why I was late, with sparkle syrup. Have you seen this sparkle syrup? Okay, so um, there's a sugaring outfit, and I think it's Fairfax, called Run Amok, and they make interesting things with syrup, maple syrup. So they'll do like smoked syrup and like vanilla syrup, and they're just finding creative outlets. But one of the things that they make is sparkle syrup.
Oh boy.
So it's maple syrup with some sort of edible mica sparkles in it, edible glitter. I'm trying not to think about it too much because I probably don't want to know, but
Yep.
it it is it sparkles. Um, so I busted that out if we were going to have pancakes. Abigail did not want to have it. She was very perturbed by why this syrup sparkled, which was the exact opposite reaction I thought that we would get, because she normally likes sparkly stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm kind of happy about that. So kind of healthy skepticism about that's not what my food normally should look like. So yay. But then got really into it when her brother informed her that perhaps it would come out the other end with sparkles. So then it was very exciting.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's really funny.
Yeah. So so that's my house, and that's why I was partially late for inventory. Because I'm like texting Kelly, sorry, I'm gonna be late. There was pancakes. She's probably like, oh my God. Anyway, I was only half an hour late. I was feeling rather proud of myself. But, yeah, so that's anyway, we had an exciting Christmas. It's always exciting with small children. It's very magical. There's something magical about Christmas. It was so magical. My children were up at 4:30. That was
Yay.
oh well, they were excited. Presents were opened. People played with presents. There was no complaining about what people got for Christmas this year, which was delightful. So
That's nice.
yeah, so there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. So it was good. It was good. I got a sous vide for
Oh, did you?
Christmas.
Nice.
Yes. So I'm all fancy pantsy in the kitchen now.
That was really big. We had some friends of ours that were like totally into that a couple years ago. Everything was sous vide, so.
Yeah, I'm a little behind. Always been a couple little behind, made. Same with knitting. I'm always like the last one to make whatever.
I know.
2 years behind on the sous vide.
Well, you know.
Something, just something interesting to play around with.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I made some filet. Cook some filet mignon. It was very
Nice.
delicious. The filet is very tender to begin with. But I will say the one thing that's really cool about the sous vide is that everything was cooked the same.
Mm-hmm.
So it is evenly cooked,
Yeah.
which can be challenging with steak if you are just cooking it like on the grill. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. How about you? Did you have good holidays?
It was quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just me and my husband, so it was quiet and not a lot going on, and
Yeah.
it was nice though.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Same. Some knitting, not I don't know. I feel like, oh, I'll talk about this in the outtakes because I did not bring this with me. I've been crocheting. Um, but I've been crocheting inappropriate things, so I can't really share them on the podcast
Oh my gosh.
as funny gifts for some friends of mine. So if you want to know details, just email me and I'll share the pattern. It's fine. I'll text Kelly pictures so she can see. But so that's taken some time away from knitting and given me some things that I can't share. It's fine.
I I got I picked up a project that I had put down and really was close to finishing, and it's not done yet. I've got sleeves left to do, but I finished the body of it, and then picked up something else that I had kind of gotten pushed aside for some little projects that I had done around Christmas, and I'm getting rolling with that again. So
Nice.
both good things to kind of get going on the needles again. So,
Nice. I've
but
been I've been relatively monogamous with project, which is weird for me. Usually I have like 7 things going. Um so I don't know. I have 2 things to show when we get to
cool,
that part. So
nice.
we could probably flip. I don't know, unless you have any fun stories, chicken stories
Don't
or
have any fun stories.
wildlife stories. We my
We have
husband got a game camera for Christmas.
Daddy.
Yeah, so far the only thing we've captured is the dog and our 2 children.
Well, I didn't need a game camera, but we had an opossum outside our door the other night.
Oh,
I
really?
Yeah, I posted
Mm.
it on my farm Instagram and Facebook page. Is it on the farm one? I think so. And it was like we've got like this I think it's an azalea plant right outside the door. It was either in that or it was in the lilac. It was one or the other. And it was like just hanging out right there. It was
Yeah.
a it was a little bit he
Oh,
was
I
a little
did see that.
smaller. Yeah. Yeah. And so yeah,
Nice.
I my dogs were like going crazy because Bob saw it when he was coming back in from taking him out, and they didn't really realize that it was there until like he was ushering him in the house because he was trying to like get them in quickly before they realized it.
Yeah.
And then they're like their noses were going and they were barking at
What?
the door,
What?
and
What is that?
it was like,
Yeah.
oh boy, yeah,
Yeah. And I
yeah.
also see that I have sucked Kelly over into the nail wrap
I know,
land.
I know.
Aren't they?
They're
They're
really they're
so
fun
fun.
and they're quick. So these have been on for a week and a half now. So, and I did do like just a top coat on mine, but
Yep, I did. I do too. Mine, I can get usually about a week. I'm very hard on my nails.
I'm really hard on well, I had a couple of the nails that a couple of the edges had lifted up. So I
Yeah,
just took some of the top coat and put over them again.
yeah,
Um, and I'm really hard because like I wash dishes without gloves and doing chores in the barn, and I was like, there's no way these things are gonna last more than a week, but
I know.
they
I
have,
know.
so
So speaking of nail wraps, so I discovered this company online April, May-ish. I think
yeah.
when we were in lockdown, we were like at home and I was like bored and stumbled across this company and knowing like I'm familiar with like Color Street and some of these other ones. And so I kind of have
Mhm.
a sense of like how much nail wraps normally cost.
Yeah, they're a lot of times like $10 for a set is a
Yeah.
lot of what I see, 10 to
Yeah.
$15.
So I stumbled on this company. It's called Lily and Fox. And their nail wraps were like $2.99. And it was free shipping. And I was like, I'm so getting scammed. Like I literally thought it was a scam. And I'm like, oh, I'm just whatever. Like I'm just gonna buy a couple pairs and we'll see what happens. And they didn't show up and they didn't show up. And I was just like, yeah, okay, good thing I only spent, like $10. Like it's fine. And then they showed up and I was like, well, is the quality really gonna be that good, right? Because they're $2.99. And I've been wearing them since then. Like literally changing them weekly, sometimes less than weekly if I'm super excited about some designs. And they're still all $2.99. Like every time I've gone out to order them, they're $2.99 for a set.
Yeah,
So I'm just like, if I can get a week out of them, even if I get 5 days out of them, like it's totally worth it. And you have like
yeah.
fun. Mine are seasonal right now, like kind of sparkles and Christmas ornaments and stuff. So
Yeah, after I had these on for a while and they were lasting so long, I was like, "Oh, okay, I've gotta go order some because Ange gave me some for Christmas." Um, and then so I was like, "Oh, those are fun. I could wear these in the spring and these in the summer, and look at there's Halloween ones, and oh, look, there's Christmas ones." And yeah, it was
I
a little
might
crazy.
have ordered like 12 pairs of Christmas ones, not realizing like if like a pair a week, lady, like calm down. I have Christmas ones for next year.
That's right. That's funny.
But yeah, they're fun. So check them out if you're looking for something fun to do. Anyway, makes
Mhm.
me smile, makes my nails look nice. So
Mhm.
anyway.
I know, especially with doing, like, the virtual teaching and stuff, I'm like, "Oh, my hands don't look quite as bad," because my
Yeah,
nails are sometimes, like, all
yeah.
chipped and broken and whatever. Oh, yeah, because 'cause I'm
I've
teaching starting teaching next week on Tuesday, so
Yeah. I find these like help. They kind of keep I don't find that my nails are chipping as bad now that's gotten kind of cold and dry. Like it
yeah,
helps. It gives them a little more structure.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah. All right, cool. Yay. All right, shall we start this podcast?
Let's get it
Are
started.
you gonna lead us through the stuff this time
Oh, no.
again? Oh no.
I can. I'm not very good at it. I'm
You're
not
fine.
practiced.
You're fine. All right. And go, Kelly.
Yeah, that's a good way to get it started, right?
Just us laughing so hard that we can't talk.